Well, we're in for a treat today. I have members of the Modernistics in our studios. So we will talk with them, find out about the Modernistics and about them individually as musicians. And we also have music in this program to share as well. So welcome to you both. I'm joined by Ted Powers and Peter Bloom. Talk about the music that the Modernistics is known for.
Ted?
We are playing, originally our idea was to start with the music that they would call like the Great American Songbook, music from the 20s, 30s, 40s, and we still primarily do that music. In the last several years we've kind of focused down to particular programs like the Roaring Twenties show that we were doing. We were doing a tribute to the movies. Now we've been doing a lot of Gershwin tunes. We have a program of Gershwin songs.
We're always trying, I think, that when it comes to repertoire, the music we're choosing, there's such a vast array of stuff in the Great American Songbook. It's enormous. And it's not all necessarily from America. It's American influenced, built on the whole ethos of George Gershwin's songwriting, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
But it's so vast that we find that it's nice to be able to have a theme in a thing. So lately we've been doing, when it came to the Gershwin show, we've been picking certain elements from Gershwin's vast array of repertoire. When it was Mods Go to the Movies, we were trying to do a lot of Dorothy Fields and
Irving Berlin.
Yeah. And and make it so that each concert that we do tells some sort of a story and has a bit of an arc. So we're not just playing the standards, so to speak.
Well, I was going to say, too, what makes a song part of the Great American Songbook? And what era are we talking about?
It's a pretty broad term. I think it just means popular music from maybe the 20s on, just American popular music.
Well, there's the not-so-great American Songbook, too, which is the rest of it. But yeah, and this is a subject for Ron Della Chiesa.
Yes, yes.
Radio personality for many years.
Oh, my God, I think we all owe him introducing us to so much of that music.
Music America was his program on
Yes,
WGBH.
I loved it.
Yes,
I loved it.
yeah.
GBH, yes, it was the public broadcasting station.
Yeah.
Still is.
So we're currently doing a lot of Gershwin's music. And Gershwin is fascinating because even early on, as he began writing songs, he had this idea of American music, of trying to create American music. And taking from the American influences, the European influences, the influences of his ancestors coming over from Russia. I believe his parents were Russian Jews, and other people were sort of doing a similar thing. Irving Berlin was around that time.
But Gershwin had some classical influence in his pieces as well.
He learned classical, but I think his first intention, he kind of, he was listening to everything, which was interesting. But I think he viewed himself as, he was also trying to break down all those barriers between popular music, jazz music, classical music. He was really very intentionally trying to create what he would describe as American music.
If you think back to great music, great songwriting, right? Gershwin being a great songwriter. Think back to the great songwriters of previous times, like Schubert. I don't think Schubert thought of himself as a popular composer or a classical composer. He was writing songs. He was writing these great songs. And there's a great similarity between the way that a Schubert song unfolds and the way that a George and Ira Gershwin song unfolds.
Yes, yes. And I think the Gershwins are also very intentionally trying to be accessible to people. And what's remarkable that these songs are, almost 100 years old, and they're still very, very accessible. So when we play them for people, they open up this kind of world of imagination, this world of romance, This kind of these qualities that never go out of style.
But
It's really
accessible
amazing.
does never, with Gershwin, means pandering.
No.
It never means pandering.
No.
It never means speaking down to the audience.
No.
It's, well, I'm getting very highfalutin here, but it's Shakespearean in a way, where he tries to involve everyone in these intense emotions that his brother, George Ira, brought to poetry, brilliant poet. And somehow George crafted this into phenomenal musical expression.
Yeah.
Talk about the band leader that really didn't, I guess, pigeonhole
Oh, I mean,
genres of music.
Ellington.
Duke Ellington.
Duke Ellington, who believed, he stated that music should be beyond category, that there was good music and there was other stuff, and that it did not matter whether you're in a concert hall with Heifetz or if you're in a bar room with W.C. Handy, or it was great music is great music, well performed. So, and that's another interesting thing. Of course, Ellington was a wonderful composer, as was his co-writer, Billy Strayhorn, who co-wrote a lot of Ellington stuff. But Ellington was also known to play what would have been standards at that time, or blues at that time, but always, again, as I said before, paint them with his own colors and make sure that the ensemble members in his band had their own voices. You could always tell the Ellington Orchestra. The saxophone player, Johnny Hodges from Cambridge, Massachusetts, or Harry Carney, also from Cambridge, Massachusetts, or any one of Bubba Miley, trumpet player. These are people whose voice you always understood was theirs, and they spoke in so many different ways, always with their own voice, but of so many different things: love, anger, anguish, whatever.
We've gone over kind of the music that you perform. Let's talk about the makeup of the band.
Yes, well, we play as a trio, and we also play as a quintet. So we've got Peter playing the flute. We have a brilliant double bass player, Dave Zox. We have Mark Layton, wonderful classical guitar player. I play guitar and sing and do a little bit of tap dancing. And
Also play banjo.
the banjo. Yes.
On occasion,
The
harmonica
banjo,
on
when they will
occasion.
let me play the banjo. And my wife Pamela is a wonderful singer and tap dancer as well.
So I need to ask the name. Where did the name come from? There is a story that possibly, Ted, you can share.
The name came, we had several names when we started. I can't remember, one of them was Sizzle and Swing.
Yeah.
We had another name, we had various names.
As a lot of bands do, I think,
yes,
initially, and then
yes.
they finally settle on one.
And we settled on one because I
The
have a,
Schlemiels.
we settled on one because I have a friend who had gotten these bandstands at a yard sale. And they were in these cases, and he said, I got these things at a yard sale. Would you like them? And I said, sure. I didn't even know what I was buying. And I opened up the case, and there was 4 or 5 of these wonderful Art Deco bandstands with the Modernistics written in the front. And we thought,
And they light up.
which was enough for us to call ourselves the Modernistics. So that's where the name came from. We did a little bit of research, and we discovered that they were the Modernistics. These bandstands came from was a local polka band. So whether
That went all
performing
the
in
way back to the 30s. They
Okay.
went all the way back to the 30s.
Yeah.
And evidently the estate that was selling off these stands from the 60s was the estate of the fellow whose name I can't remember, Polish guy, who had been running this band since he was a young man
That's
and
right.
into his extreme dotage.
Yes.
And So we're carrying on the
I
tradition.
mean, we're starting in our dotage, but we'll have to. Someone else will buy these stands at a yard sale, and the next iteration of
Pass it to the next generation, I suppose. You have an upcoming performance at the Thomas Crane Public Library on Sunday, September 22nd from 3 to 4 p.m. in the Richardson Room. What can you tell us about that Sunday afternoon performance?
Yeah, we're really looking forward to it. It's a beautiful space. We did a holiday show there.
It is a
love that.
fantastic space.
Yeah.
just
Great
gorgeous.
sound.
Oh my gosh, yeah, it's fantastic.
And visually,
and we're
it's
going to be
not-
doing the Gershwin program, with the trio, which we're very, very excited about.
So we start out with It Ain't Necessarily So as an instrumental, right?
Yeah, we do that as an instrumental. We
And then we segue. With the whole thing, the whole idea of the show is to flow.
yes, segueing
flow.
into tunes and quoting other Gershwin tunes, and yeah, it's
Always with deference, I think, to Ira's songwriting, his lyrics.
yes.
Libretti, as they would say in classical music. And we try to always do both the chorus and the verse,
Yes,
which is an important thing.
a lot of these, I think all of them, these Gershwin tunes have verses which are wonderful.
I thank you both for joining me here today. Peter, always a pleasure.
Mark,
Ted,
thank you
it's
so
great
much.
to see you again.
Yeah.
Two, a 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, sweet, lovely lady, be good. Oh, lady, be good to me. I am so awfully misunderstood. So, lady, be good to me. Oh, please have some pity. I'm all alone in this big city. And I tell you, I'm just a lonesome babe in the woods. So, lady, be good to me. Oh, sweet, lovely lady, be good. Oh, lady, be good to me. I am so awfully misunderstood. So, lady, be good to me. Now, this is tulip weather. Let's put our two lips together. When I tell you, I'm just a lonesome baby in the woods. So, lady, be good to me. Lady, be Thank you.